Okay.
So I'll introduce you, then yeah, we're live now.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
So I'll
Welcome,
start my.
guys, to yeah. Let me do the introduction, then you go on. Once I ask like the first question, you go on.
You want to start with the first question, or I start with the
No, I'll start with the introduction.
5 easy steps?
Yeah.
I
So let me
thought I
start
would
with the
start with the five
introduction.
easy steps
Okay, that works then.
before the
That works.
questions.
To start with the
Okay.
okay, that works then. That works.
All right.
So let me do the intro. Hello, guys. Welcome to your Expert Tech Guide Q&A episode 2. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Grito Talent Agency, and you can upload your resume. All African techies upload your resume on www.grito.africa and would get back to you. Okay, so I'll take off my cap for now. Yeah, so welcome, Engineer Kachi Ogoke. Good to have you in today's episode. Two, I want to introduce my guest as a seasoned telecoms professional with 5+ years of experience, who began his career as a BSS Wireless Trainee Engineer, gaining hands-on expertise in BSS wireless technology and network infrastructure. Progressing in a BSS Wireless Engineer role, Engineer Kachi Ogoke honed his skills in base station site commissioning, alarm resolution, network optimization, and network maintenance across multiple technologies, including GSM, WCDMA, 4G Lite, and 5G. Engineer Kachi Ogoke's career journey eventually led him to the role of a service product and solution sales manager, where he integrated his technical background with business acumen. And in this role, he played a vital role in translating technical capabilities into customer centric solutions, collaborating with cross functional teams to meet market demands. And he's passionate about the telecoms industry and its ongoing evolution and the business generally. Welcome once again, Engineer Kachi Ogoke, as we dive straight into your story you'll be sharing for the next 15 minutes on 5 easy steps to start your career in telecoms. Take it away.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Emeka Collins Obilo, for introducing me.
Welcome.
Yes, I think you have done the introduction pretty well, pretty well, pretty well. So thank you for that. So I would start with the. I'll just go straight on. I'll just go straight on to the purpose for today. So I'll start with the topic: 5 easy steps to start your career in telecoms industry. Okay, like I told my friend already, I'm not I'm not so comfortable with these 5 easy steps. I'd rather call it a guide to a career path in the telecoms
Okay.
industry. Yes, I'll prefer to call it that way. But if you want to ride on with 5 easy steps, no problem.
So,
I I did I outlined like 5 things
I mean, you
earlier.
have the floor, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I'll
All right.
start by I'll start by giving an overview of what the telecoms industry is, or maybe yeah, for what telecoms industry is. So the telecoms industry is made up of companies that make communication possible on a global scale, whether through phone, through the internet, through radio, through airways, or through cables. So these companies create like the infrastructure that allows data, as a text, voice, audio, video, name it, to be sent anywhere in the world. You understand? Telecom industry also includes television broadcasting, cable and satellite carriers, and providers, internet service providers, wired and wireless communication carriers, voice over internet protocol, radar for the airplanes, and satellite operations. Yeah, so I'd also say that because usually when people mention telecoms industry, you just say, this guy is an IT guy. So I would say that telecoms industry, or telecommunication is a subset of ICT. So ICT in the sense of information communications technology. So it's not necessarily the same thing as IT. IT is just information technology. It's not necessarily the same thing. But I would say I would say telecommunications and IT, they go hand in hand, they go together. Yes, sir. You can say telecommunications and IT. Or you can just say telecommunications and you can say IT. But if you want to generalize everything, you can now say ICT. Yes. So I would like to make that clear because sometimes I just get this I get this people trying to define me and they say, okay, this guy is an IT guy. And sometimes I don't even know how to respond to that. So that's why I'm throwing it out there. So let's just go straight to it. So like a guide. So I'll start with like some steps. I outline some steps, like a guide to a career path in telecoms industry. So I'll start. So number one, I would say so I want to assume that someone in the telecoms industry or anybody trying to get in telecoms industry has like an engineering background, preferably. Yes, and because basically it's the object of the telecommunications industry. Except yes, is the object of of telecommunications industry. Except perhaps, maybe you have a background in finance or accounting and maybe you just want to get into that part of the business. You understand? The truth is that at some point for this set of people, they will still have to learn the object of the business, you know, during the course of their careers or in in the business, basically. Yes, and that's if they are not if they don't have like an engineering background, they'll still have to learn some of the objects of these businesses eventually in the course of their careers. So I would even give an example. So in the company which I work for, everybody goes through a training of 6 years for every part of our business: finance, marketing, sales, um, operations, like every part, and all the products as well. All the products ran, all the technical products. Everybody, no matter what you read in school, if it was just business you read in school, if it was just accounting you read in school, if it was just finance, whatsoever you read in school, you understand, you would still have to go through the whole object or a 6 months thorough training of the whole of the object of our business, generally in telecoms industry. That's for my company. I don't know about other companies. Just for just for I think I should say, just for the purpose of this, I work for Huawei. Yes, I work for Huawei, but I'm not representing Huawei. I'm representing myself. Yes, I'm not. So I'll start by saying, so the 5 easy steps to start
Very
your career.
important to say that.
Yes. So five easy steps to
Because
start
you
your
have
career in
7 minutes
telecoms.
left, so you have to. Yeah.
So I'll say the first thing first is to be interested. Yes, to be interested. To be interested.
Is
Of
what?
course, if you're
Sorry, you have to
interested,
speak up. Your voice is a bit low.
okay. So I would say the first thing is to be interested. If you're
Yeah, better.
interested,
Better now.
you are going to ask questions, and if you're interested, it will push you to get a mentor. So that's number one for me, because truth is, if you're not interested in telecoms industry generally, the technicalities can easily frustrate you, because it's a lot of abstract things, you know.
Mm,
Usually
mm,
at the first point of contact, there's usually a lot of abstract things before you start getting some, usually. So I would say interests, the first thing first is to be interested. Of course, being interested will help make you to ask questions, to help you to get a mentor, and of course, to help you to um, you know to um, get through all the technicalities that can easily frustrate anyone, because you have a mentor to guide you through the process. So another thing too, another thing I want to say is, the next thing I would like to say, as to a guide to a part in the your or 5 easy steps to start your career in telecoms industry. So is to get basic IT and telecoms certificates and skills. So e.g. Cisco
okay.
certificates, Huawei certificates, AWS certificates, Azure certificates, and the likes. That's in terms of certificates, and also skills too. Then for skills, Excel spreadsheets and data analytics skills is very, very important. These things might not have certificates or like a professional certificate, but the skill is very, very important. So these are basic skills. Then the next thing is to take part in internships, internships,
Mm,
volunteer services, or volunteer services of on the job experience and training. Yes, this is I would advise anybody. I would advise anybody, because truth is that telecoms, like I said initially, telecoms industry is broad, and the technicalities are a lot and very abstract, and these things can easily frustrate you if you are just reading on your own, you understand, without having like on the job experience and training.
mm,
So that's why I advise internships, volunteer services. Perhaps you want to do an internship, but nobody's ready to employ you and give you free money. You can say, okay, fine, let me just volunteer for you to have like an on the job learning. And of course, in the process of this, you should keep an open mind. You understand? An open mind of anything that you are seeing, any experience you are getting, and anything you are learning. Of course, at this stage, you should already be interested. You understand? At this stage of internships, volunteer services, of on the job experience and training, you
mm,
should already be interested. So the next thing I always say is that telecom industry is
mm,
very broad. Yeah, it's very broad. It has a lot of parts to it, a lot of products. If usually the first thing that you learn, I know for some of us that have electrical electronics engineering background, or let me just say telecommunications engineering background, maybe in school you did something about communications engineering or telecommunications engineering, get they will teach you about GSM architecture. Actually, that's the first thing that they will teach you in um usually that's the first thing they'll teach you about. So the GSM architecture just gives you an architecture, a broad overview architecture from beginning to end of telecoms network, usually any
three
telecom
minutes
network,
to go. 3 minutes to go
usually any
for your
telecoms network.
story.
So the core network, so like I was saying, the telecom industry is broad: microwave product, RAM product, radio frequency and optimization, core network, datacom, fixed access network, IT products in with the likes of database and storage products, which could include SQL and the likes, software products, VAS, BSS, etc. So it's for all of this, you cannot learn everything at once. So the advice is to focus on one of these products while keeping an open mind to anything that you may come across, just to add to your learning. You get. So the next thing too is, after focusing on one of these products, is to create your own personal
This should be the
brand.
fourth.
So this is the fifth for people that are looking for five
Okay,
easy
sure.
steps. Is to create your own personal by furthering your education. and learning in one of these aspects that I've mentioned or you are focused on by taking on innovative projects. So you can do this by deciding to become a technical expert, in one of the products, in one of the product lines, or combining your knowledge of two or more product lines, you know, while defining your own cutting edge, probably taking a position,
Mhm.
because the truth is that in telecoms industry, every day the roles are changing and evolving because of the new technologies, because of the new innovation, because of the new products, because of the demand,
Mhm.
because of competition, just to be innovative. So roles are changing every day. So, and to be honest, for someone to create your own brand in the telecoms industry, you have to have foresight. You have to have foresight to do this. You have to
Mm.
have foresight to do. I'd have told my story, but I would have told my story with these 5 easy steps, but I think time is against me. So
Yeah.
some other time I'll tell the story,
Okay.
or maybe if I'm able to
Yeah.
answer the 5 Q&A
Yeah.
questions before, I can still tell the stories with the five, or tell my story with the 5 easy steps.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what's the first question?
Okay. Yeah, that works. So let's dive into the first question. Yeah. Let's go. The first question says, what emerging technologies or trends in the telecom industry should aspiring tech professionals pay attention to, and how can they start building skills in those areas?
So usually when you hear what's the emerging technologies and trends in telecom industry, I know the first thing that comes to everybody's mind is 5G. 5G. For some people they'll say,
Yeah.
okay, I think we're already hearing 5G. When is 6G? When is 6G coming? But I like to say yes, 5G, you're correct.
I
But
mean,
5G is just
I
like
heard they actually satellite phones coming now, right? I hear you guys are building satellite phones now. Your company.
Yes, yes. Satellite phones. That satellite phones for the likes of what's the name? What's that Elon Musk's technology again? Starlink. Yes,
Starlink.
that's yes. That those are yes. Starlink and for China to have their own. Their own is Badu. Abi
Yeah.
Badu. Yeah, Beidou, not Badu, not Badu, Beidou.
Baidu.
Yes, that's their own
Yeah.
products. Just like you have Starlink, that's their own is Beidou. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. So
Okay, so
for this
that's an
question,
aside.
yes,
So back to the question. Yeah.
yes. Back to the question. So like I said, 5G, you're correct, but 5G is just the how do I say? Is the first. Is I don't say it's a catchphrase. It's not exactly catchphrase, but it's it's just when you're trying to look at something, you understand? When you're like trying to look at something deeply, 5G is just like the surface. Yes, sir.
Classify.
Um, 5G is just like the surface. Maybe um, how do I you're trying to get to the bottom of the river because maybe you
Mhm.
see I don't know, maybe there's something you want to get at the bottom of the river, but you would get to the surface first, or you would start from the surface to dive in. So the surface basically is just uh, 5G. So from the surface, you might not see everything unless you go in. You might not see what you're looking for except you dive in. You get except you dive in. That's when you see what you're looking for. Maybe shells, whatever fish that you're looking for. I'm just this is an example. So my point is that 5G
Yeah.
is just the surface. So imagine technologies. So
Okay, so
5G
the
is the
question is,
surface.
what skills can they build in now?
So
Yeah.
yeah. I'm coming. I was going to answer that.
What skill now can
So
aspiring tech
5G
professionals?
5G is
Okay.
the surface, and 5G can as well be said to be um an infrastructure for these emerging technologies and trends in the industry.
Mhm.
So 5G is an infrastructure. So 5G basically is to provide extreme connectivity and throughput. Extreme connectivity and put 5G, 6G, maybe 7G, they like till as fast as we can get. Get. So basically, the idea is to provide extreme connectivity and throughput, extreme connectivity and throughput. And these things should give birth to digital transformation. So digital transformation are the emerging technologies and trends in the telecom industry. AI, IoT, Internet of Things, VR, that's virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, ADN, automatic driving networks, just like you have automatic self-driving cars. Yes, just like you have self-driving cars, we want a network that can drive itself. Basically, that's automatic driving network, energy efficient networks. These are the trends, and this for if you want to build skills, you can focus on any of these areas. You understand skill sets for any of these areas or any of these
Nice. Nice.
trend patterns. Yet energy efficient networks
Nice.
and energy efficient
Mm-hmm.
network infrastructure. Yeah, so these are the emerging technologies and trends
Mm.
in telecom industry. So yeah, I think I've answered that question. So what's the next question?
Nice. I think you've answered that. Yeah, thanks so much. Question 2 says, telecom
Sorry, you
networks
can come in.
are
You can come in. You can
becoming
come. Door is
software
open.
driven.
Okay, so
Telecom networks are becoming software driven through concepts like SDN and NFV. What steps can beginner techies take to learn telecom software centric approaches to start their career?
yeah, so SDN and
So the question is,
SDN.
what can beginner techies learn
Okay,
to
okay. So
start?
software driven. Yes, telecoms will becoming software driven. So these things basically, this concept basically are just like innovative, um, you know, innovative solutions for some of these products I already mentioned. Um, so for SDN is just a subset of um, your data command IP product. You get, and for NFV is a subset of of your cloud core network or the cloud generally. Yes, that's what NFV is. So like you said, the software driven, fine, yeah, correct. But these things, yeah, these things are just innovative solutions for some of these product lines that I already mentioned. So steps basically that one can take. Like I already said, interests, a mentor, and then a certificate. I said this already. Certificate. So
I
for
said
let me
already.
give an
Yeah.
example. Yes.
Okay.
For let me give an example for SDN now. You understand? If
Mm-hmm.
you are interested in SDN, so SDN can get Huawei HCI Huawei HCI certificates for in cloud service or a Cisco DevNet. You understand? Cisco DevNet certificate. This is for NFV. Sorry, this is for NFV, not for SDN. This is for NFV. Then for SDN, Huawei HCIA SD1 or CCNA Enterprise. So this you would see you'd see aspects of you'd see these innovations, SDN and NFV, in these certificates if you are bent on wanting to know. But to be honest, I wouldn't advise anybody just to dive in. I'll advise somebody to to be interested first, ask questions, get a mentor, then before you get to the part of that's if you're not in the industry. This is if you're outside the industry and you're trying to get in. uh
Mm-hmm.
Before getting the certificate. Because if you just dive in getting the same, you might just waste your time because at some point you can just get
Mm-hmm.
frustrated that these things are too abstract and you don't even understand the left to the right or where this is taking you to.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So interest, a mentor, ask questions,
All right. All
and
right.
get into certificates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So third question.
No, thanks so much. Yeah, third question. I think you should also adjust your camera to your face because you're like caught
Okay.
in the mouth down there.
Sorry.
But
I think it's my sitting position.
yeah. Oh, okay. So question 3 Says AI and machine learning play significant roles in telecom operations. How can newbies and enthusiasts leverage these technologies to enhance their career prospects in telecoms?
Sorry, how can what? I didn't
How
get this
can
question correct.
enthusiasts and newbies, enthusiasts, how can enthusiasts leverage technologies to enhance their career prospects in telecoms? Maybe enthusiasts
These
for
enthusiasts,
other career paths.
okay, these NCS, do they have experience? Do they have limited or they have do they have experience or they have
Yes,
no
yes,
experience?
they have limited experience. Limited experience,
Okay.
yes.
So I would say, yeah, enthusiasts in enthusiasts, that's AI and machine learning enthusiasts, right? With limited experience in the telecom industry. So I would say,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you can learn AI. So you can, if you learn AI, you don't have to necessarily use AI for telecoms, for the telecoms. You can use AI somewhere else. You understand? You can use AI for some other technology or
Mhm.
IT service. You get. So of course, if you are learning AI and machine learning, take courses,
Okay.
take courses, take courses, take courses to learn, take on projects, join learning communities, and
Mhm.
wait for an opportunity in the telecoms industry. And wait for an opportunity in telecoms industry. So, but
All right, great, great.
yes, yes, but
Last question
wait,
before you tell
wait,
your
wait,
story.
I'm not
I
done
think we should
answering the
do the
question.
last question. Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
done
okay,
answering the
okay,
question.
okay,
So,
okay,
yeah. So, but like I said,
okay.
if you are particular about AI and um, machine learning in telecom industry, you would need a guide. That's with limited experience. You need a guide. You need a guide. You understand? You need a guide. That's if you want to just do it on your own or
Yeah.
you're not in the industry, you need a guide. But if let's say you get an opportunity, all right, yeah, you need a guide.
Yeah.
You need a guide. You need a guide.
Okay. Okay. You need a guide. So let's go to the last
You need a
question
guide.
before
You
you tell
cannot
your
just
story. Right.
jump in because
So the last question.
jumping in. All right. So what's the last question?
Okay. Data security and privacy are critical concerns in today's telecom landscape. What can newcomers do to stay updated on the best practices within the telecom sector?
So I would say they should keep updating their knowledge of the General Data Protection Regulation Acts. I don't know if you understand what I said. So General Data Protection Regulation, which is
Mm-hmm.
GDPR, is the toughest privacy and security law in the world. Privacy and security law in the world. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they were drafted to impose obligations onto organizations anywhere, as so long as they target or collect data related to people. Yeah, so this is where these laws were provided, and this, like I said, they are the toughest privacy and security
Okay.
laws indeed. So just keep updating your knowledge of the
Mm-hmm.
law. Yes, that then also you can read papers and the news of organizations, companies, institutions that have faulted one way or the other. They would help in, you know, updating your knowledge and best practices within telecoms industry.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. So I think you have some time, like 2 minutes, to share your story. At most 3 minutes. Then we call it a wrap. So yeah, you share your story in the next time.
So I said interest. So right from school, I took interest in telecoms industry. I asked questions. I made a list of places I wanted to work. I tried to get a mentor. I would say I got the perfect mentor, but I had mentors that mentored and left somehow, or fell by the wayside.
Mhm.
But yeah, Yeah, so I've had several mentors. That's my point. Getting up to this point, I will not say I've gotten the perfect mentor yet. You get, yes. Then of course I got basic telecom certificates and skills. I did CCNA. Yeah, I did CCNA. Yeah, I did CCNA, CCIE. Yeah, before then also during my I don't know, in Nigeria we have something that we do. We work for the government, NYC. During my NYC time period, I did an internship, and I even initially for the first few weeks I volunteered my services. I just followed one guy to each telecom site just to know what was happening on the site, just to learn about, because I'd done a lot of reading at that time and I just wanted to know, okay, what was going on, or how to bring perspective to all the reading, that all the abstract things I've been learning in class. So I did some volunteer services for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then eventually, when I got the internship, that they had to pay me. So it was an on-the-job experience and training. And of course, I had an open mind. You understand? So if you heard my introduction, I'm a BSS RAN. I was a BSS RAN wireless engineer. You understand? But while I was a BSS RAN, I was communicating with core network, datacom, fixed access. So I kind of have an idea of everything. Yes, so that's, this is what I mean by
That's
having an
impressive.
open mind. Then
That's impressive.
yeah, so creating your own personal brand. So this is where, you know a mixture of all the things we learned, you understand, it would have to come into play. You have to create your own, or define your own
Mhm.
cutting edge. Know yourself as a person, your strengths, your weaknesses, and of course, you have to be aware of the changing environment, the evolving environment or evolving industry. You understand? So that you can pick a spot or take a position. You understand? And take a position in
Mhm.
creating your own personal brand. As you know now, I'm no longer a BSS wireless engineer. I'm now a
Mhm.
solution sales personnel. You get, so I know that these things will
Yeah.
keep on evolving. Or myself, um I'll keep on modifying my brand,
Growing.
to,
Yeah.
yes, growing the brand, to get to the
Yeah.
expected end. Yeah. So this is my own brief story. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Engineer Kachi Ogoke. It's a pleasure having you on the episode
Yeah.
two. And I know we'll talk to you soon when we have another episode like this. But we appreciate you dearly for coming on. And thank you so much. So before you go, I just want you to, do you have any last words? Well, I think you summarized everything already.
Yeah. I think I have. I think I have. I
All
think I
right,
have.
your
I
last
think I
words in
have.
like 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay, my last words. My last words to be interested. Be interested. I'll say be interested. Be interested, push yourself. Yeah, be interested, push yourself
Mm.
to do more. Yes, and be interested, push yourself to do more, and don't just jump
Yeah.
into anything. Ask questions, because if you don't ask questions in telecom industry, you fall by the wayside. You'll be frustrated and fall by the wayside. Yeah, you'll be
Mm.
frustrated. So ask questions. Be interested. Ask questions. Be interested. Even if you don't have a mentor or one mentor, or you don't have a specific
Interesting.
mentor, just uh, be interested, ask questions.
Mhm.
You understand? Don't just jump into anything because it's a catchphrase.
Ask questions.
You know, not because it's a
Mm.
catchphrase, because you had 5G, let's
Mm.
go. Or you had AI and machine learning. You just say, okay, let's check here the digital transition. So ask
Exactly. Shiny
questions.
objects.
Yes, all those catchphrases. No,
Shiny
no, no. Don't
object.
follow
Yeah.
catchphrases. So ask questions so that you
Yeah.
know how to position yourself, you know how to create your own brand. Thank you. Thank you. So these are my
Yeah.
last words.
Ask questions so you know how to position yourself and create your own brand. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. I think you deserve a clap. Yeah, that's powerful. Spot on. So yeah, guys, you need to stick around for our episode 3, and I'll need you to subscribe and click the bell to get the notification. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see in episode 3. And episode 3, of course, we're talking about another industry. We're talking about the finance industry, fintech, in episode 3, and we're having someone in the UK join us. And then subsequently, we're talking about the aviation industry, to how techies can get started in aviation and the fintech industry. I think that should be exciting episodes. So thank you so much, Engineer Kachi Ogoke, and enjoy the rest of your day. We'll continue
Yeah,
after
thank you
that.
very much. Thank
Bye.
you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Are we off?